Hey, welcome back to the shop. Well, I've got an interesting one today. This one's going to be taking down a tree. So if you have a problem tree, I think this will help you out. This just demonstrates that anybody can tackle anything if you put your mind to it. But you also have to have enough common sense to know when to call in a professional. So if you feel comfortable tackling something like taking down a tree yourself, I think this video will help. And it also may give you the insight to know to call a professional. Either way, we'll see you back here at the end. Okay, so here we are. This is what we've gotten ourselves into today. That tree needs to come down. This is my daughter's house, and so we're going to take that tree down. We're going to get it done because that's what we do here. We figure it out. So we're going to try and follow that tree right across the yard here. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to get in here with a small handsaw and trim a bunch of this small brush from around the base so that we can more easily notch it down here to fall in the direction we want, which is that way. First of all, we need to get some of these lower branches off, like that branch right there. We want to get that one knocked off so that we don't have a risk of it swinging this way. And we'll probably try and take off that one and any other low-lying easy ones that we can get to. But we want to get most of this cleaned up around the base so it makes it easier to notch so that we can follow the tree where we need to. Fairly good sized tree, should be fun, so stay tuned. So we just took down that first branch that I pointed out at the beginning of the video. We're going to get this whittled down before we get up on the neighbor's roof and start whittling the tree itself down from the top. Now that the underbrush and that lower branch are squared away, we're moving on to step 2. I'm going to climb on the neighbor's roof, start whittling this tree down from the top. My son-in-law is going to drag off the debris as I throw it down. This is footage from the rooftop cuts. I just want to show you that you can tackle projects like this as long as you're careful, use some common sense, and move slowly, carefully, and you can get this done.
We got all of our rooftop cutting done. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of mess. I think a total of 3 trailer loads we took out of here. I think we have got one more branch up there that we need to take down before we fall this tree. We've also got some side yard cleanup here to take care of first. We've also got to take care of that branch right there. One variable that was quite a challenge is that's a big grapevine stalk there. It was growing all up through the tree and we had to deal with it the whole time. So annoying. So hate grapevines now. Got the side yard all cleaned up. The tree's just about ready to come down. However, we've got a lot of debris to clean up and haul off first. So we'll be back tomorrow to take it down.
We're going to take off the base of that. And then we'll try and get a rope maybe right in there. But we mainly want to whittle that off and get rid of that before we fall right across the yard here. So what we're doing is a Humboldt notch here. Put a nice wedge on this side to where it's gonna fall. And we'll make a straight fat cut. Kind of see, aiming the saw that way. So it should fall right through there. So. And there you go, guys. That's how we figure it out right there. Tree's gone, problem's gone, a little bit more cleanup, and that's it.
Hey, welcome back. Well, I hope you got something out of that video. Now, I'm no Buckin' Billy Ray, Smith, but we did get it done. As far as the equipment that we used on this, most of the tools we got from Harbor Freight. I forgot my pole saw, so son-in-law ran down to Harbor Freight, picked up just their Bauer cordless trimmer saw. Also had a little handheld Bauer saw. The only time we actually used an actual chainsaw was for cutting the tree down itself. But other than that, I mean, most of the equipment can be purchased at Harbor Freight fairly cheap. You don't have to go, extravagant on brands. I'm a Husqvarna fan. However, you don't have to have that. We used a cheap Craftsman one for this job. But anyway, it's also good to have some extra help. If you can get a few extra hands, it will make the job much easier and to go a little faster. Now, I was grateful enough to have the help of my son-in-law, and one of my son's friends, Mason. So thanks, Mason. Really appreciate the extra help. As far as the equipment, trailer equipment, we just used a 16-foot flatbed. You can use any kind of trailer. You can usually rent some from Home Depot as well. As far as disposal, we have access to property here, so I've got some pretty big burn pits so we can dispose of it. Other than that, you could take it to a landfill, or what I'd recommend, it costs you a little extra, but the money you should save on hiring an arbor or someone to take it out is a mulcher. You can rent a commercial mulcher. You can tow behind your truck for, I think $200-300 a day to rent that mulcher, and you'll have a pile of mulch by the time you're done. And if you're like me, it's awesome for all sorts of things, erosion, covering bare ground. But that's also another option for disposal if you don't want to take it to landfill. But other than that, I really hope you got something out of it. Hope you learned some insight on whether you feel like you could tackle something like this yourself, or whether it's time to call a professional. But that's kind of what I'm trying to teach here, is that anyone can do anything if you put your mind to it. Educate yourself as far as you can, and a little common sense and some safety, and you can pretty much get anything done. So until next time, see you back here at the shop.